Welcome to all to my physics class. Today we shall be discussing about electric dipole. An electric dipole is a system of two equal and opposite charges separated from each other by a very small distance. Mark here, this is the small distance. This distance of the dipole is known as the length of the dipole. Practically, the length of the dipole is a few nanometer or a few angstrom. As you know, 1 nanometer is equal to 10 to the power minus 9 meter, or 1 angstrom equal to 10 to the power minus 10 meter. So the length of the practical dipoles are a few nanometer or few angstrom. Now look here, this dipole, every dipole has two charges, minus q and plus q. Now it has an electric field around it. The strength of the electric field is decided by a vector quantity known as electric dipole moment. Electric dipole moment, it is a vector quantity denoted by the symbol p vector. Now the definition of electric dipole moment. Come to the definition of electric dipole moment. Electric dipole moment is a vector having magnitude equal to the product of either charge and the length of the dipole the direction of dipole moment is always from negative charge towards positive charge of the dipole. See students, we have taken an electric dipole AB having length 2L. At A point minus q charge, at B point plus q charge. So here the dipole moment of this dipole P vector has magnitude equal to product of either charge. Here there are two charges, each one has magnitude q. So either charge into length of the dipole, this is the length of the dipole 2L, so q into 2L. Its direction is always from negative charge to positive charge. Clear? So this is the electric dipole moment. It is a vector quantity having magnitude and direction. Come to the unit part of electric dipole moment. The unit of now SI unit of electric dipole moment is coulomb meter, because it is charge, SI unit coulomb, it is distance, SI unit meter, so SI unit of electric dipole moment is coulomb meter. We write like this, capital C hyphen small m. Now based on electric dipole moment, we classify the molecules as polar molecules and non-polar molecules. Polar molecule is that molecule whose resultant electric dipole moment is not zero. For example, water molecule. Example, water molecule So water molecule by virtue of its V-shaped structure, you can write V-shaped structure, so look here, the water molecule has a resultant electric dipole moment, so which is not equal to 0. Hence, water molecule is a polar molecule. On the other hand, the molecule of carbon dioxide is an example of non-polar molecule, because for this molecule resultant electric dipole moment is 0. Clear? Okay. Then we shall go to the electric field of an electric dipole. Look here, this dipole AB, if you take this dipole, then this line is known as axis of the dipole. This is called axis of the dipole. And the perpendicular bisector, for example, we take this as x-axis and this as y-axis, and this is the origin. So this dipole AB, so this x-axis is known as axis of the dipole, and y-axis is known as equatorial line of the dipole. If you take any point on this axis, this is known as axial position. Say for example here, P point is axial position. So we have to find out electric field intensity at this axial position due to the dipole AB. Similarly, if you take a point on this equatorial line, say P dash point, then P dash point will be called equatorial position. P dash, and axial position P. So first of all, we shall find out electric field intensity at an axial position of an electric dipole. Electric field intensity at an axial position or end-on position of an electric dipole. Here AB is an electric dipole having length 2a and dipole moment P vector, where P vector equal to Q into 2a and its direction is along AB vector, that is from minus Q to plus Q. Here we have taken an axial position C, which is at a distance x from the center O of the dipole. So we have to find out electric field intensity at point C, which is an axial position or end-on position. Now let us first find out individual electric field intensity at C. Let E1 vector be the electric field intensity at C due to minus Q charge. This is the minus Q charge. Electric field intensity at C due to minus Q charge. And E2 electric field intensity at C due to plus Q charge. Now to find out this, we have to refer to this. Remember, we have already studied that electric field intensity due to a point charge. Here Q is a point charge and P is the point of observation. Electric field intensity E has magnitude beta Q by R square. Direction of E vector depends upon this charge. If it is a positive charge, E vector is away from it, that is along OP vector. and if this is a negative charge, E vector is towards the charge, that is along PO vector. We shall apply this one here. Clear? We have taken E1 vector, electric field intensity at C due to minus Q charge. C point minus Q charge tharu kete distance rachi x plus A. So E1 vector equal to beta Q by x plus A square, and direction it is negative charge, so along CA vector, along CA vector. Similarly, E2 vector, electric field intensity at C due to plus Q charge. Now C point B point tharu kete distance rachi x minus A. So E2 vector equal to beta Q by x minus A square along AC vector, because it is positive charge, so away from it. Clear? Now look at these two formulae, 2 and 3. E1 vector is anti-parallel to E2 vector. They are oppositely directed and E2 greater than E1. So if E vector is the resultant electric field intensity at point C, total field, then E vector equal to E1 vector plus E2 vector. This E vector equal to magnitude of bigger vector, that is E2, minus magnitude of smaller vector, that is E1. So E2 minus E1. Direction is along bigger vector, that is E2 vector, along AC vector. Now E vector equal to equation 2 and 3, beta Q common, so beta Q 1 divided by x minus A square minus 1 by x plus A square along AC vector. So magnitude of E vector, only magnitude E, is equal to beta Q. Now take the LCM, x square minus A square, the whole square. This is x plus A square minus x minus A square. If you solve it, A plus B whole square minus A minus B whole square formula. So you will get E equal to beta Q 4AX by x square minus A square whole square. E equal to beta. Now I have to arrange here. How I have arranged? Now 2 into 2, 4 Q into 2A into x by x square minus A square whole square. I have taken this to write in the form of dipole moment. Dipole moment P. P vector has magnitude Q into 2A. E equal to beta Q 4AX by x square minus A square whole square. So E equal to beta, I have broken it now, 2 into Q into 2A x. Mark here 4AX and Q. So I have arranged it 2 into Q into 2A into x by x square minus A square whole square. Now E is equal to beta 2px by x square minus A square whole square. What is P? This is the magnitude of dipole moment. P is equal to Q into 2A. So in place of Q into 2A, I have written P. Now in SI system, beta equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught K, where K is the dielectric constant of the dielectric medium around the dipole. So E equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught K 2 px by x square minus A square whole square. Now direction of resultant field is along AC vector. Dipole moment P vector is also along AC vector. That means both resultant field and dipole moment are parallel. E vector parallel to P vector. So I can write now E vector equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught K 2 px by x square minus A square whole square parallel to P vector. Now let us take the special case. Why special case? Now practically जो dipole हम देखुचे, that is of very short length. As I told, a few nanometer or few angstrom. ଆଉ जो पॉइंट रे आमे इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड इंटेंसिटी बाहर करूचे अर्थात पॉइंट ऑफ ऑब्जर्वेशन that is a few meters, nanometer and meter. So meter is much greater than nanometer. So we have taken this special case that for a far away axial position, that means if the point C is far away, very long distance from the dipole, in that case x is much greater than 2a or 2a much less than x or a much less than x or a square much less than x square. So in comparison to x square, we can neglect a square in the denominator of equation number 5. So we shall get, neglecting a square, we shall get E vector. If you cancel this x, x4, so it will get x cube. So E vector equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon k 2 p vector by x cube. So this is the final result, electric field intensity at an axial position at a very short dipole. Now look at this equation number 6. E vector depends upon 3 factors, that is p vector, k and x. Now E vector is parallel to p vector, that means dipole moment and resultant field both are in the same direction. E is directly proportional to p, that is the magnitude of dipole moment, when k and x remain constant, and E inversely proportional to x when k and p remain constant. E inversely proportional to x cube. Now if you plot a graph between E and x, then you will get a graph like this. So this is E inversely proportional to x cube. Now we can compare this result with the electric field intensity due to a point charge. Now for a point charge, E is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon k 2 epsilon k q by x square. Now you compare, here E inversely proportional to x cube and here E inversely proportional to x square. So if you plot a graph for a point charge also, in the same graph you can show like this. So this is the graph for point charge. This is for point charge, E inversely proportional to x square, and this is for dipole, E inversely proportional to x cube. So you will get a long question here like this: derive an expression for resultant electric field intensity at an axial position of an electric dipole, and discuss the situation when the axial position is far away from the dipole. So you have to discuss up to here along with this graph. Clear?